Okay, welcome to today's heart-opening heart chakra practice. Today we'll be focusing on the heart chakra, softening into the heart space as well as expanding the heart and the chest, focusing and embodying self-love. Simple, powerful. Okay, let's find ourselves in Sukhasana, cross-legged seat at the back of our mat. Placing one foot in front of the other and placing the left hand on the heart and the right hand on the left hand. And just take a few moments to find your space, fully arriving on the mat in your body. And bringing your mind to a place of centeredness. And just focusing on the breath in the chest area. Breathing into your hands and inviting a sense of softness. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Soften the cheeks, the brow. And grow the spine up. Let's take 5 more breaths. Really inviting a feeling of self-love. And take one more full breath. Really feel the chest expand, the ribcage expand, and a slight contraction on the exhale, letting it all go and letting it all out of the body. Place your hands on your knees. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. On the exhale, take a twist over to the left, right hand on left knee. Draw the collarbones open to the back. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, switch sides over to the right side, right hand on the earth behind you. Bring it into the chest. Okay, we'll go for 10 rounds of these twists. Exhale, come back to the left side, find length. Twisting over to the other side, right side. Inhale. Exhale, travel. Inhale, right side, find length. Exhale, travel to the left. Open up the chest. Exhale, travel to the right, find length. Inhale, travel. Exhale, right side. Really try to bring it into the whole spine, travel to the left. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale, travel to the right. Last time, travel over to the left in your twist. Draw the crown of the head up, open up the chest. Slowly unravel back to center. Reach both of the hands up to the sky, root down through the sit bone, feel the energy all the way up the arms. And then lower the left hand over to the left side, reach the right hand up and over. Root down through the right sit bone and really create space in the chest, in the side body. Take a full breath. Inhale, bring yourself back to center, changing sides, right hand lowers down. Spread the webbing of the fingers wide, taste the air. Take a full breath. Beautiful, come back to center. Roll over your knees, find tabletop. Grip down through your fingers and your hands, find your alignment. Moving through a few slow rounds of cat-cow here, really taking your time, bringing it into the whole spine. Lift the chest in your cow. Exhale, round, contract, tuck the chin. Inhale, expand the heart open to the front. Exhale, contract, press into the floor with the hands. 2 more, inhale, bring it into the shoulders, the hips, the spine. Exhale, contract, draw the shoulder blades apart. Find your neutral spine, draw your navel in and up. And then reach the right hand in front of you, left hand behind you. Keep those right toes curling under so that you're nice and stable. Inhale, find length. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, expand, reach forwards. Exhale, contract, elbow draws into to the knee. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand, reach that right arm out in front of you. And then begin to bend that left leg and reach for the left ankle with the right hand. Find a tiger. Claw into those left fingers and begin to kick into that right hand, drawing the heart forwards and squeezing your buttocks, lifting the heart open to the front. Take 2 rounds of breath, keeping the core nice and connected as the whole back line of the body is really nice and turned on. 1 more breath. Nice and slowly, without slingshotting, come back to your table. Okay, other side, left arm, right leg. Find length, energize that back heel. Exhale, contract, draw it in. Inhale, find length. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, contract. Inhale, find length. Bend that right knee. Left hand wraps around the right ankle. Keep that right foot nice and flexed. And slowly begin to kick into your hand to open up the chest. Keep that right shoulder nice and open, firming into the right hand. Hug the thighs together as we create space in the whole front line of the body, and using the strength of that quad to find a little bit more traction, kicking a little bit further into that left hand. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Slowly lower back down to table. And walk your hands out in front of you. Walk your knees back a little bit to find your puppy pose. Melts your heart all the way down to the earth. You can lower your chin onto the floor today if that feels good. Just take it nice and slow. And just make sure to not hold on to the breath, but just allow it to flow in and out. And if nasal breathing is not yet in your practice and it's really uncomfortable, of course, by all means, breathe through your mouth as well. 2 rounds of breath. Feel that deep opening in the chest, the armpits. On the end of your exhale, press your elbows into the floor, glide yourself forward onto your front body. Lower the tops of the feet down, bring your hands out to either sides of the mat, cupping the fingertips, and melt the heart off the floor in this Cobra variation. Open up the chest to the front. Exhale, melt your heart all the way down. 2 more, inhale, lift, open, draw the shoulders down and back. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift, squeeze your sit bones, feel the stretch in the abdominal wall. Exhale, melt the heart down to the floor. Reach your hands out in front of you, pick your feet off the floor, come into this locust. Draw the heart off the floor, energize your legs together, and imagine that your fingers are drawing away from your toes, that your whole body is being stretched, lengthening, strengthening, 2 more breaths. One more. Okay, slowly lower yourself down. Keep the hands extended out in front of you and then cup them like a spider. Curl those toes under and then lift the heart off the floor, lifting the chest, energizing your legs as much as possible. So contracting all of the muscles in the legs. Keep your quads turned on, your knees, your calves. Trying to lift the lower belly for one more breath. Exhale, lower yourself back down. Bend your knees towards your sit bones. Reach your hands for your ankles and wrap your hands around those ankles and find a full bow shape. Kicking into your hands, squeezing your buttocks, drawing the heart off the floor. Flex your feet and really using the huge muscles in the legs to get that nice lift. 2 more breaths. Breath 3. Slowly release. Let go of your ankles. Press into your hands and find child's pose. Sit bones towards your heels. Let's keep it into an active child's pose with those toes curling under. Reach your hands out in front of you. Rest the forehead to the mat. Lower your elbows to the floor. And feel the breath travel through the whole body, beginning at the heart space. And feeling that sense of warmth in that region, in the chest. A feeling of nurturing, and really trying to hold on to that feeling as we move today. On the next breath, look forward, roll the spine up, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths to find our down dog, walking it out. Finding that connection through the hands. Find stillness. On the next breath, elevate the heels off the floor. Slowly, as if you're moving through honey, ripple forward to your plank. Hold here for 1 breath, round the upper back a bit. Exhale, drop the hips down, hanging cobra. Melt the heart forward to the front. Shoulders draw away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, start to arch the spine, bend your knees. Push up and back, downward facing dog. Pressing into the earth with your fingers and your feet. Extend the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale. Straighten out that right leg, step in between your hands. Find a low lunge, Anjasana. Reach the hands up, draw those hips forwards and down. And just feel that really nice stretch in the spine, opening of the chest. Float your hands down to the floor, pick up the left knee and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Come to a halfway lift. Press into your feet, inhale. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Root to rise, high mountain. Reach the hands up to the sky, connect the palms at the top. And then lean back into the space behind you, keeping the core nice and turned on as we bring it into the chest. Inhale, take a full breath here. Exhale, swan dive over your legs, tucking your chin. You can maintain a bend in the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Moving on, send the left leg up to the sky. And then bend the knee, open up the hip. Waking up the inner thigh, the groin. Straighten out the left leg. Find a low lunge in between the hands. Right knee lowers, reach the hands up as you draw the pelvis down and forwards. Inhale. On the exhale, float the hands down to the floor. Pick up the right knee and step it back to a plank. Hold here for a breath. Chaturanga to up dog. Lift the heart to the front. Bring it into the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide into the floor. Take a breath. And send the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Inhale. Keep the leg nice and straight. On the exhale, step outside of your right hand to find a lizard. Drop the hips nice and low and draw the heart to the front. Keep the spine nice and long. Feeling that energy all the way up the leg, up the spine. Drop the left knee down to the floor now and begin to bend that left leg. You can stay here and keep it at a more active shape, or if you want to take the ankle in the right hand, you're welcome to do that and gently draw that ankle towards your sit bone. Take it nice and slow. And just meet yourself where you are at. Release the ankle. Lower the right hand down to the floor and find a side angle, dropping that left foot down. Left hand reaches up and over. Press into both of your feet. Draw your tailbone in a bit. Inhale. On the exhale, press into that right foot and find a half moon. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Cup your right fingertips on the floor. Turn your right kneecap up. Inhale. Exhale, begin to bend that right knee and step it back to warrior two. Find length through your spine as you root down through your feet. Inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Breathe into the heart space, the right side. Find space. Then swivel over to the front to find a low lunge, framing off the right foot. Draw the hips down and the heart forward. Reach the right hand up to the sky, easy twist. Look up towards your fingers. Energize those fingers in the arm. And then come onto the edge of the left foot and find a side plank. Draw the hips up and grip those left fingers into the floor. Feel the strength of the arm. The strength of the side body. 2 breaths. Begin to pick that right ankle off of the left and then drop it over to the left side in a wild thing. Draw the hips up and melt the heart open to the front as that right arm reaches up and over. Take a breath here. Doesn't need to be a deep one. Just keep it flowing. Keep your legs nice and energized. Slowly swivel back to center to find a plank, grounding down that right hand. Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows to outer ribs. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving on, send the left leg up to the sky, keeping your hips nice and squared. Root down through your fingers. Find your lizard at the top. Step outside of your left hand. Hips drop nice and low. Broaden the collarbones to the front. Take a breath. If you did so on the other side, you're welcome to drop that right knee down and bend that right leg. Left hand to right ankle. And feeling that nice, deep stretch on the front of the thigh and the quad. Slowly release your ankle. Lower the left hand down to the floor and drop that back foot down to swivel straight into side angle. Press into the edge of that back foot and keep your right arm nice and energized. So you're really drawing all of that energy inwards, drawing your navel in and up, maintaining that sense of connection to the heart. Feeling physically open, aware. One more breath. Begin to shift that weight forward into the left leg and wobble a little bit if necessary to find your half moon. Flex that right foot. Kick back into the space behind you with the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left leg, find warrior two. Thinking about how you get there, taking your time, energizing the arms and rooting down through your feet. Grow the spine tall as you set your foundation really strong. Reverse your warrior. Create space in the left side. Swivel over to the front, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, easy twist, left hand reaches up to the sky. Look up to your hand. You know where we're going, find your side plank, stack the ankles, modify as you need. If you need to place that left foot in front for a little bit of support, go ahead and do that. Squeeze your buttocks, draw the tailbone in a bit to find that nice alignment. One more breath. Begin to pick that left ankle up and then drop it over to the right side. Wild thing. Draw your hips up, squeeze your sit bones, and open up the chest. Keep that strong, solid hand rooting into the ground. One more breath. On the next breath, slowly find your plank. Left hand lowers, Chaturanga, to up dog or Cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, take a full breath in. And a breath out. Then begin to elevate your heels off the floor. Drop your knees down to find a table. Pick your feet off the floor. Spin them over to the right side, curling those right toes on the floor, and send the left leg behind you. Reach the left hand up to the sky. Ground down through that right hand, and then we'll pick that left leg off of the floor. Keep the energy flowing in the leg as much as you can, so you're really kicking into the space behind you. Take a breath. And then slowly lower that left foot back down to the floor. Ground the whole of the foot. Pick up the right knee. Draw the left hand down to the floor. Draw the right knee into the chest. Create space in the armpits. One more breath. Coming onto the edge of that left foot, drop that right foot over to the left side. Wild thing. Squeeze your sit bones and draw the heart up to the ceiling. Feel the opening of the chest. Inhale, come back to a plank. Right hand lowers, right knee draws into the heart space for one last time. And find a low lunge. Left knee lowers down, right foot lowers, reach the hands up. Anjasana. Inhale. On the exhale, rise up to a high lunge. Draw the tailbone down. Keep the energy flowing in those arms. And then let's cactus the arms, bringing them out to the sides and bringing it into the chest. Really try to bring the movement into the chest instead of the lower spine. Inhale, find length, reach the hands up again. Connect the palms at the top and then draw them into the heart space. Slowly find warrior three. Sending that left leg up and back behind you. Press the palms firmly in towards one another and take a full breath. And feel the energy all the way up that leg. Nice and slowly, we'll draw the left knee into the heart space, one-legged mountain pose. One-legged Tadasana. Reach the hands up to the sky. Inhale. On the exhale, straighten out the left leg if that's available to you. Otherwise, you're welcome to keep a bend in the leg. Draw your navel in. One more breath. Exhale, slowly lower that left foot down to meet the right. Keep the arms nice and energized, reaching up. And then connect the palms at the top and take a little back bend. Reach into the space behind you and draw the chest to the front. Squeeze your buttocks. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward over your legs, tuck the chin. Inhale, halfway lift. Press into the right foot and send the left leg up to the sky in a standing splits. Keep the hands on the floor, hips pointing down to the floor. Keep that left leg nice and as straight as possible. One more breath. Begin to bend the right leg and step it back to a low lunge. Drop the left knee down to the floor. Lengthen the spine and then interlace the hands behind your back and draw the hands behind you, back into the space behind you as you draw the chest forwards and open up the heart space. Shoulders draw down and back. Keep squeezing your buttocks. And take a full breath in. Really feeling that soft opening. Slowly release the clasp of the hands, framing off the right foot, lower the hands to the floor, and step it back to downward facing dog. Draw the hips up high, create space in the side body and the arms. And then drop the knees down to the floor, find your table. Pick your feet off the floor, spin them over to the left side, send the right leg behind you, right hand reaches up to the sky. Inhale, press into that left knee in the left hand, and then pick that right leg off the floor. Core is nice and engaged and turned on, creating a feeling of steadiness, of control. One more breath. Lower the right foot down to the floor. Ground that foot, pick up the left knee. Ground through that left hand. Inhale. Exhale, right hand lowers, left knee draws into the heart space. Hollow out the armpits, round the upper back. Come onto the edge of the right foot and drop the left foot over in your wild thing. Squeeze your sit bones and draw the hips up. Inhale, take a nice breath. Exhale, lower the left hand down, left knee draws into the heart. One more breath, high on the ball of that back foot, keep the back leg nice and energized. And then step it forward to find a low lunge. Right knee lowers, reach up. Inhale. Keeping those back toes curling under, rise up, high lunge. Hug your thighs together. Cactus the arms. Lift the chest forwards. Create wings with the elbows. Inhale, reach up once again. Connect the palms at the heart space and find your warrior three. Flying in your warrior. And drawing the thumbs to the breastplate. And coming back to that feeling of nourishment, of playfulness, of self-love. Okay, visualize where we're going. One-legged mountain pose. Draw the right knee into the heart space. Take your time to get there. Finding that focus. Draw the hands up to the sky. Inhale, spread your toes nice and wide. And then straighten out that right leg. Squeeze your left sit bone. Try to straighten out the standing leg if you can today. Maybe finding your edge. One more breath. Nice, and slowly lower the right foot down to the floor. Keep extending up through the fingers. And then take a nice back bend, leaning into the space behind you. Keeping the core engaged as we open up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Pressing into that right foot. Send the left leg up to the sky. Hang on. Sorry, it was the wrong leg. Sorry, left leg is lowered onto the floor, right leg is extending up to the sky, my bad. Press into the left foot. Inhale. Keep kicking into that right leg. Spread your right toes nice and wide into the air. Begin to bend the left leg. Step it back to Anjayasana, right knee lowers. Draw the torso up. Interlace the hands behind your back and draw those hips down as you open up the heart to the front. Maybe even closing your eyes in this shape and just noticing how this feels. It doesn't need to be a super deep back bend. It's just about creating space and feeling that physical expansion. Release the interlace of the hands. Lower the hands down to the floor and step it back to a plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Broaden the collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog. Melt your heart closer towards your thighs and keep pressing into your hands. Feeling that firmness, the stability. Elevate the heels off the floor. Ripple forward into a plank. Exhale, hanging cobra. Drop the hips down. Melt the heart forward. Begin to bend your elbows, lower the thighs, tops of the feet down to the floor. 2 rounds of cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Draw the shoulders down and back. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Press into your hands and come back into a tabletop position. Find your alignment. Spread your fingers wide. Pick your feet off the floor. Once again, spinning them over to the right side. Send the left leg behind you. Reach the left hand up. Press into that back foot. Pick the right knee off the floor. Inhale, holding here. On the exhale, left hand lowers down, right knee draws into the heart. Take a breath, and then step in between your hands to find Anjayasana. Reach the hands up. Press into your front foot. Rise up, high lunge. Keep drawing the tailbone down and the core nice and intact as we lift the heart, cactus the arms. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring the hands back to center and find warrior 2 to the side. Nice and strong in your warrior. Reverse your warrior. Reach up. Breathe into the right ribs. And then swivel over to the side to find Prasarita Paratadasana. Find your straddle, press into the edges of your feet, and then plant the left hand on the earth in front of you and reach the right hand up to the sky. Really bring it into the chest, the armpits. Inhale. Exhale, change sides. Right hand lowers, left hand reaches up. Broaden the collarbones. And lower the left hand down to the floor. Take a nice, a little bit of a deeper fold in between your legs. Maybe lowering the hands all the way down. Maybe drawing the head closer to the floor today. Take a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your horse. Draw the heels in, toes out. Roll the spine up. And then reach the hands up to the top. Connect them above your head. And draw it into the heart space. Find your alignment for a moment. So draw the shoulders back. Try to draw them so that they are in line with your hips. And then without overthinking it, lift your heels off the floor. 2 breaths. And if you fall and wobble, that's okay. Find the play. Beautiful. Drop the heels down. 5-pointed star. Reach up. Inhale, connect the palms at the top. Skandasana over to the back of the mat. Side lunge. Connect the palms at the heart space. Keep those palms firmly pressing into each other. And try to find length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana over to the front of the mat. Nice. Swiveling over to the front to find a low lunge. Draw the chest forwards. And then drop that left knee down to the floor to find your half splits, straightening out the right leg. Take a breath. Breathe into the right hip. Feel that nice opening. And begin to walk yourself back. Find a low lunge. Pick up that left knee. Step it back to downward facing dog, hips up and back. Okay, just take a moment to reconnect. On the next breath, elevate your heels, drop the knees down to the floor to find your table. Pick up those feet, spin them over to the left side, right leg draws behind you, right hand reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, pick up the left knee. Keep pressing into the left hand. Right hand lowers down, left knee draws into the heart space, round the upper back. Create space. Step in between your hands, right knee lowers. Reach the hands up to the sky. Inhale, find length. Keeping those back toes curling under, find your high lunge. Rise up nice and tall. Cactus the arms. Bend the elbows like wings. Draw the heart forwards. And exhale, bring them back to center to find warrior 2 to the side. Keep the energy flowing in those arms. And trying to cultivate a sense of ease within the effort, within the energizing, the stabilizing. Soften the face. Reverse your warrior, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, straddle. Folding in between your legs. Lower the left hand down to the floor. Pressing into the edges of your feet as the right hand reaches up to the sky. Open up the chest to the right side. Inhale. Exhale, change sides. Right hand lowers down, left hand reaches up. Breathe into the left side. Lower both hands onto the floor. Take a little bit of a deeper fold, maybe wrapping your hands around the ankle and drawing your chest in between your legs. Take a full breath. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, heels draw in, toes out. Nice and slowly finding our horse. Reach the hands up to connect at the top. And then we'll draw it into the heart. Okay. Lift the heels off the floor. Give it a go. Be amazed. Or be amazed at how wobbly you are. Either way. One more breath. Exhale, drop the heels down. Stay here for one breath. And straighten out your legs. 5-pointer star, connecting the palms. And bringing it into the heart space. Skandasana over to the back of our mat. Keep those left toes nice and flexed. Draw the hands into the heart. Thumbs into the breastplate. Take a full breath. Skandasana over to the front of our mat. Draw that elbow into the inner thigh and create more length in the spine. Really nice and slow, let's find our low lunge. Framing off that left foot, draw the hips nice and low. And then right knee lowers down to find our half splits. Straightening out the left leg. Take a breath. Begin to walk your hands forwards. Plant both of the hands on the floor and then drop your left knee back to meet the right. Sit back on your heels in Virasana. Just place your hands on your lap, on your thighs for a moment and close your eyes, lengthen the spine. Just find a moment of stillness. Notice how your body's feeling now. And bring your awareness into the heart space, continuing to move with a feeling of self-love, of gratitude. And blink your eyes open. Come onto your knees. Okay, we're going to come into Camel, a little bit of a different variation today. So, as always, squeeze your buttocks. So what your glutes are the biggest muscle in the body, right? So they're really important to stay really turned on and active here to protect that dumping, that compression that can happen in the lower back. So our core and our glutes are really the most important thing here. Let's connect the palms at the center of the heart in prayer. And then really slowly, this will be different for each person, wherever you are in your practice, and generally the individual anatomy that you have. So gently start to lean back. And there should be no dumping, so your core is continuing to stay turned on and engaged. And you're not going to be able to go necessarily as far as if your hands were down there. It's not necessarily about how far you go. Just try to bring it into the chest and feel the strength of the buttocks and the legs. When you're ready to come down, slowly just drop those hip bones towards your heels to find a child's pose. Okay. Maybe dropping your chin behind you. Slowly come back to center if you're not there already. And drop the sit bones towards your heels. Hands wrap around your heels. Forehead to the mat, child's pose. Soften the body into the floor. The heart resting over the thighs. Feel grounded, feel connected. And slowly begin to unravel. Grow the spine up. Slide your legs over to the right side. Send both of the legs in front of you. And then bend your knees even more. So you'll have both of the feet planted on the floor. Place your hands behind you. And then cross the right foot over the left thigh. So we're in a figure 4 position. Keep that right foot nice and flexed. Press into your hands behind you. Press into that left foot and then draw the hips up. So we're in this reverse tabletop shape with
A nice cross of the leg. Draw the hips up and the chest up as much as you can. I know it can be really strong. 2 more breaths. Okay, nice and slowly, lower the sit bones back down. Changing sides, lower the right foot down, cross the left foot over the right thigh, grip into your hands, and draw the hips up. Elevate the chest up towards your chin. Look in front of you, no need to drop your head back here. Press into that right foot, 2 more breaths. Exhale, slowly drop those sit bones down. And lower the left foot down to meet the right. Wrap your hands around your shins and just drop down onto the floor with your thighs drawing into the heart space. Take a nice squeeze of the legs, relax the face and the neck. And release your knees, lower the feet onto the floor as close to your sit bones as possible. Go for 1 round of bridge. Keep the hands on the floor, facing down. Lift up into a bridge. Squeeze your buttocks as you find that nice elevation. Should be a piece of cake after what we just did. I just find that pose really challenging. I don't know about you. Okay, 1 more breath. Slowly lower the spine down to the earth. I'm going to demo now for our full wheel. If your full wheel is in your practice, you can go ahead and do it. I'm just going to quickly demonstrate. So your hands lowered down alongside your ears with the heel of the hand facing behind you. Your feet are hip distance apart. The important thing here as you press yourself up is to not allow the elbows to draw out to the sides, but keep hugging them inwards. So really grip down through all 4 corners of your hands and your feet. The first stage is to lift the top of the head onto the mat, onto the floor. Remembering to hug those elbows in. You might stay here. If you want to take it a bit further, straightening out the arms and extending the heart forward in between the gates of the shoulders. Try to think of drawing it forward instead of up. This will help. You can stay here for a few breaths. And if it's in your practice or you feel up to it, you slowly can walk your feet a little bit closer towards your hands. And then keep lifting and lengthening. Keep that energy flowing up in your legs. So you'll keep pressing down through your feet. So come down, slowly bend the elbows, lower the top of the head. The rest of the body follows nice and slowly. And then to finish, just draw the knees into the heart. Okay. If you're not feeling up to this or if you're pregnant, then please just go for a round of bridge. Otherwise, let's go for it. Placing the hands on either side of our ears. Remembering to hug those elbows into the midline. Find the connection to the floor. Lift up on top of the head. This might be where you stay. Just take it nice and slowly. Don't rush anything. If it's in your practice, slowly start to straighten out those arms. And when you come down, just take it slow. Down. Okay, when you're ready to come down, I'll meet you there. You're drawing the knees into the heart. Take a breath. Relax your head into the floor. And be amazed at what your body can do. Take a full breath in. On the exhale, extend the left leg out in front of you, right knee into the heart. Take the left hand to the outer right thigh and draw that knee over to the left side in a twist. Extend the right arm out alongside your shoulder. And just allow the body to soften into the floor, creating space in the torso, the chest, the sides. And make yourself available to more opening physically, emotionally. Draw yourself back. That right knee draws back into the center. Send the right leg in front of you and draw the left knee into the heart. Squeeze the left thigh in and then take it over to the right side in a twist. Breathe into the left ribs. Inhale. On the exhale, that left knee draws back into the heart space. Find Supta Baddha Konasana. Connect the soles of the feet and the knees, draw out to the sides. Place your hands at the heart space. And just allow the shoulders and the head to soften into the floor. And feel the breath in your chest as you breathe into the hands. Feel the warmth of the body. And really continuing to cultivate that sense of gratitude, of self-nourishment. Soften the thighs, soften the face, relax your toes. And how does it feel to have the soles of the feet touch each other? You can stay in this shape for your Shavasana, or if you want to find a traditional Shavasana, find your corpse pose, spreading the legs apart, wider than the mat, hands out to the sides, facing up. Allow the body to really give into the floor beneath you. Completely relax. Imagining that with each exhale, you're sinking a little bit deeper into the floor. All of the muscles, the tissue, everything is softening. Surrendering into the earth. Begin to deepen your breath. And bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. Before you move, really invite you to embody that feeling of self-love and try to bring it into the rest of your day or your evening. And begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, and your hands. Stretching in any way that feels good. And when you're ready, you can roll over to the right side in fetal position. Just taking your time to get there. If you want to stay in Shavasana a while longer, you're welcome to do that. Slowly help yourself up to a seat. Finding Sukhasana. You can place your hands at the heart space for a last time. And take a breath together. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider subscribing to my channel so that you're notified every time that there's a new flow. And I hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.